When people hear the phrase Snowball Earth, they assume it means a dead world without life, but they would be mistaken. Welcome everyone, my name is Ryan and we are back with more vintage story, Snowball Earth. That is right, and if you need to get caught up, you've missed an episode or maybe you're new, just dropping into the series, I've got a link to the full playlist down in the description so you can get all caught up. But as you can see, this is a very heavily modded playthrough, and my mod list is also down there in the description as well, so check it out. I've definitely tried to tweak this to make, number one, it possible to live in the Snowball Earth, and to also make it extremely challenging as much as possible. So in addition to the elephants and the dragon you just saw, we've also got T-Rexes and a few other things too to worry about. But we are just coming back from a little hunting trip, and unfortunately the birds that I had caught in an earlier episode not too far from the base despawned somehow. Still not sure how that happened, but in addition, in the last episode we finally got our first batch of iron, and that came from what is it? I think it was magnetite. That's right. So it's not hematite, but there is still some left at this location, so we need to make our way over there. And I was thinking it wouldn't be a bad idea to try and check this tree hollow. This is one we've attempted to check before, but we came across some T-Rexes here. But I mean, we know that these animals do kind of shift location and move around, so it's possible that that area is clear. And I think at the very least we should check it before we go. But we've got a lot of stuff to get to. I've got to prepare the inventory, cook up a little bit of food for the road, and of course make sure we've got everything we need, because we're going to stop off and spend a couple nights at that mine probably. I mean, the reading we got for our magnetite is ultra high, so I'm hoping there's more than one vein there, but only one way to find out. So let's get things sorted and head out. Alright, well, after a long night of more blacksmithing, I made up a whole bunch more iron arrows. We still have the crude bow, so I'm going to be killing as many goblins and orcs as I can find, because they do occasionally drop flax fibers. And yeah, we don't have many of those at all, so I'm just trying to find them. I think they were in this first one. Yeah, so I need 2 more flax twine. Actually, maybe 1 more? Do you like that? No. Well, either way, yeah, we can't make a better bow yet. And of course, we've got to hit the trail, get out there and start searching, but we are, I think, fairly well equipped. Let's see. The only thing I'm missing right now are ladders, but we got an iron pickaxe. I guess I could probably make another pro pick, but that'll be fine. That should last long enough. I don't have any others right now. No, not yet. Alright, so let's grab our basket and hit the trail. I'm bringing my clippers too, obviously. Let's grab a little height advantage, just check the neighborhood. It's always good to look around. Also be very interesting if like these guys do encounter a T-Rex. I mean, maybe we could scavenge a big carcass too. That's entirely possible. No birds yet. Alright, let's just look. There was a T-Rex down by the lake. Again, he could have moved, or he could still be down there. But we were able to kind of avoid him last time by just walking through this direction. I just want to see. Well, we've got a good stack of dirt. I don't see any movement from here, but I'm not really going down to that direction anyway. I guess we could try and kill it with all these iron arrows. I don't know, I'm just worried that I could go through this whole stack of 18 and it still wouldn't kill an animal like that. And then what? I'm going to be stuck without a bunch of arrows that I just worked on. So either way, enough talking. I'm trying to avoid it, but let's put the dirt in our hands in case we got to tower up. That tactic has saved our life once before, so I'm definitely going to be trying it again. Well, hopefully I don't have to. Well, here's the location, of our missing birds. I don't think it was a predator that got them, because it would have probably gotten stuck inside the cage. But, alright, we passed the lake pretty much, but now we gotta get through this forest here. So far it's been fairly easy to get through it, just go straight and then turn north and we should be there, but yeah, we've got to check that hollow. What I think our best bet is to get to the side of the mine, maybe drop off my chest, my basket, put a few things away at our little campsite there, and then make our way to the tree hollow if possible. And then of course, if we're successful, we can return. Let's grab a few of these things. Yeah, we can return and just start the mining after we've checked the tree hollow. I feel that's the best part, or best strategy, because hey, if we spend enough time inside the mine, 2 or 3 days, actually I think it was 6 days, someone told me, is when they rejuvenate the tree hollows, but either way, we might be able to go back to it, although I doubt it. Oh, thought I saw something over there. Alright, I'm getting a little careless. I'll constantly travel with this dirt in my hand, unless I'm actively looting delicious berries. Alright, but yeah, let's keep moving. Still haven't found any other tree hollows on the way here. There's a few of these pine trees, but yeah, I've still never seen one in the larch trees, and I've had commenters tell me both yes and no, that the tree hollows can occur in larch, and then I've had people say no, they can't. So I don't know, I just have to go based on my experience, I guess, which so far says no. Let's mark that. Not gonna take it. I've got a nice stack. Oh, fox. I've got a real nice stack of pine resin already. Oh, crap. Bear. I wonder if we could kill it. There's a bird. I'd like to trap that bird. I have actually spotted some chickens, but those types of birds that you see, same kind we captured previously, they are a modded species of bird, but they can be tamed, domesticated. Oh shit, that thing's chasing the bird. It could easily run by us. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, it's chasing a bunny. Wow. Okay, so let's see. I've got a tower somewhere. Okay, it's north of us. Yeah, there's a tower of dirt that marks our little campsite. There it is, right there. And then from that position, we're going to turn further west and just check it. But, okay, I think the bear looks like he's got his catch. So let's tower down and head over to the camp. Well, there's a bear just to the right. Kind of looking at the path we need to go to. I haven't noticed any T-Rexes or anything yet, but yeah, if we just head in that direction, that's about the straightest shot. I've towered up and defoliated a tree or two. This is my second one, of course, trying to get a bunch of sticks, so haven't actually gone below ground yet. I've still got to sort out my inventory. You know, in case we die, it'll be easier for us to recover our stuff here at the campsite than it will, like, at the actual site of the death. Well, either way, it's going to be tricky. Let's go below. I've got a bunch of baskets down here that I can start to store some stuff in. Oh, great, and there's fog everywhere. God dang it. Yeah, it's foggy outside, which means it's going to be foggy underground. But either way, yeah, let me put a few things away. And it's only noon, so we've got the time. Let's make it. All right, here we go. We are going to make this trip together. Hopefully it won't be an incredibly short trip. Let's make sure we check these pine trees too. There could easily be a hollow over here. Let's look around. Don't think there was a bear over here, but man, this area is pretty thick with polar bears, so we gotta be super careful. Alright, let's move. Just gonna take it slow. We're gonna tower up as we approach the hills here. Let me just look at these trees. Alright, I don't think there's any hollows. Let's keep moving. Yeah, okay, before we surmount the hill, let's just tower up. It'll give us an idea if there's anything ahead of us. I'm gonna grab some of those pine nut. Yeah, this is the location of that crazy encounter we had a few episodes back, where I was like staring at the T-Rexes on the hill above me, and then there was a bear like right in front of me. Managed to survive that encounter once again by towering up, but it's no guarantee. It's all about reflexes. Okay, these aren't ready. That one's ready. Yeah, these might help again if we're going to be hanging around the mines for a while. We'll see. All right, let's get this up. Oh, polar bear, dead ahead. Let me look where we're at. All right, we can move northways, potentially avoiding. Oh! I just saw it. I literally just saw something on the ridge there, and I'm pretty sure it was a T-Rex. Yep. There's two of them. Is that one dead or asleep? It's hard to tell because I believe there are dead animals around it. Oh no, they're both asleep. Man, shoot. And then there's the polar bear right there. God, there's like no way to get there unless I go all the way around it. It could be worth it. Let's see. If we were to go north and then check this, I don't know. That could be equally as dangerous. Dang it. They just don't leave that area, do they? And they've butchered all those poor caribou. Well, I say they don't leave. Now I only see the one. Where'd the other guy go? Huh. Yeah, and they don't really seem to bother with the bears, too, unfortunately. So, dang it. I've got an idea. Maybe we can... Ooh, goblin. We can get close to the bear and scare it away. You know, if I tower up nearby and hit it with the flint arrow, it might just run off. So let's try that. It's very risky. But if we do that, then I can possibly skirt around the dinosaurs. So there's the bear right there. Let's approach this goblin. Might be able to get some good drops off him. Possibly, possibly not. Alright, the bear's real close. Oh, Christ, there's a second one right there. Tell you what, these hills, man. Alright, come on, give me a drop. Yes. Okay, let's get a little closer. Oh my god, get up there. Towering works when it's... Alright, there we go. Okay, yeah, he's gonna run off. See, there's the T-Rex. Christ, where's the other one? You know, why does it, as soon as I get over here, there's a missing T-Rex. Man, I'd love to get over there and harvest some of that meat. All right, well, okay, that one's kind of leaving. I think we can do this. Let's tower down again. Pick up our blocks, grab my arrow. Let's see. Yeah, that was a flint arrow, not one of the steel or the iron ones. All right, let's take out this goblin. Again, just potential drops and a little bit of XP for our combat. Not much. These things aren't very challenging. All right, there we go. Although I did recently learn that the Fantasy Creatures mod has been updated, not by the original author, but a new player has, or new modder, I should say, has taken on the reins of updating it. So there is a new fork for it, or just a continued version of it, if you look for it. Okay, there's the... What is this fox doing? Is he going for the bear? Bear's right there. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, if you put the arrows in the upper left like this, that's what it's going to use first. So if I switch my iron, it would start using these. It's just a good way of figuring out what's going to be used in terms of your ammo. But the tree hollow we're trying to get to is literally just right over there in that little cusp of trees. Looks like we're not out of the woods yet. Oh my god. I still don't know where that second one is. Let's tower down. Continue the strategy. I might actually kill this polar bear if I start shooting with iron arrows, but I don't know. Alright, let's move. Be careful, he's just down the slope a little bit. I want to get close, enough that I can see him and hit him, but not so close that he gets a jump on me. We might be too close here. Okay, oh Christ. Maybe it's a good opportunity. Oh my god, there's another one there. There's still one on the other side. There's the bear. I wonder if he can get out of there. Oh, good. Okay, so the farther down he goes, the better for us. Yeah, forget about the flint arrows. I've got one left. Did we lose? There's one T-Rex. Oh my god. Alright, what do we got down there? Caribou. That's a good sign. Alright, let's position ourselves. Yeah, dead ahead. In fact, you can see there's the site of one of my old campfires right there. So, the bear is trapped. Let's tower down. Let's get over there. As soon as we get this, we can start picking our way past all these monsters and get out of here. Oh, I don't know if it's going to be worth it, but... Oh god, that scared me. I thought that was a T-Rex. Let's keep the dirt in our hand just in case. Oh shit, I just fell in a hole. Oh, come on. Alright. Dead ahead. There it is. It's got stuff in it. It's got some seeds in it. Pumpkin. Rye. Oh my god. Oak seed. Oh my god. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. That's what we needed. I didn't think it would actually happen. Oh, the oak seed. Alright, we gotta get back. Oh god, there's T-Rex. We gotta get back over here. I'm gonna tower up and maybe take a shot at this guy if we can get over closer to him. Alright, that's enough. Let's tower. Oh god. Let's tower up. Oh, now that I've got this oak seed on me, guys, this makes the game so much more risky. We have to get this thing back to the campsite. I'm not going to try getting it all the way home right now, but yeah, we definitely need to get back underground where it's safe. Is he growling? I don't know, I feel like I hear some strange growl. We might be able to make it past him. I think I'm just going to tower down and go. Get my dirt. Oh boy. Let's go. Yeah, there was a couple more behind us, two to the right. I think they were behind us. Let's move. He still hasn't sighted me. Could be more bears too. Okay. We're heading in the right direction. Let's get to the edge here and let's tower up. I just want to be able to take a look. Alright. T-Rexes are behind us now, I think. It's the side of my other location. Yeah, oh my gosh. There's a bear, he's asleep. I think we've got it, because now we're not far at all. Camp is just over there. I've just got to literally tower down and make a break for it. The forests are the safest place, and of course underground is even more safe, so let's get there. Oh boy, we made it. Let me tell you what, that was a short run, but it was scary, and I'm super foggy down here, but we'll get this campfire lit. Let's pop out a torch. Yeah, luckily I know exactly where our magnetite strike is at, so it's not a big deal that it's a bit foggy. It's just super annoying. Let's see. Okay, so this is my basket. There it is, the oak seed. Oh, that you don't know how amazing that is. Obviously, you know, I've gone through multiple tree hollows at this point and have yet to find one, but that is our first. And hopefully it won't be the last, but I'm definitely going to start propagating those as soon as we get back home. That's going below ground, and hopefully when we get back, we'll see if the pine tree that I've planted below ground actually grows. I don't see why it wouldn't, to be honest, unless there's not like enough headroom. So I'll probably go back and dig out a bunch, but look at that. We even got some more tin ore. Shit, that's amazing. I'm so happy. All right, well, anyway, let me dump off some of this stuff because we're not headed home yet. Like I said, we've got to at least fill up our bags with more magnetite. All right, well, we have returned to the site. Let me mark this here nice and clear. Yeah, this fog is pervasive. So our magnetite strike is down that direction. I never actually looked around over here, though. So let's kind of explore a bit. Now, once again, I've mentioned it many times, but this is a Homo sapiens map, technically. And that means there won't be any drifters or underground threats, except the Fantasy Creatures mod does introduce cave goblins. All right, that's our spot. What's up here? Is this a little interesting crevice? All right, that connects there. Goes, wow, straight down. Huh. Wonder what's on the other side over here. I'd like to check it out, but yeah, let's go ahead and grab our hematite. This is dead end. And another thing I should mention, the bauxite, I've confirmed this in the handbook. The magnetite does not occur in bauxite. So if we've gotten up to that level, we've gone too high. But it is interesting to me just how, like, close to the surface, relatively speaking, this actually spawned. Where is it? Should be just a little bit farther. Pickaxe, here it is. Yeah, there wasn't a lot left. Or, well, I don't know. There we go. Yeah, there's also more down here as the tunnel goes deeper, so let's dig out what we can. And, of course, it's poor quality, so it's not much. The first batch I was able to bring home before my pickaxe broke only filled up one bloomery with a few nuggets left over. So I've got to get just every little bit I can. All right. It's opening up into a fairly reasonable sized vein. That's good news for us. And like I said, I'll see you once we get the rest of it. Ooh, man. Well, it feels like I've been down here for days just digging. There is a ton of this magnetite. Yeah, look at this. Oh my gosh, I switched over to my iron pickaxe. Not quite full on inventory yet, so I'm gonna get some more here before I leave. I want to make sure we're totally full. Yeah, and I'm just stacking fences too. Obviously saves a bit on space as well. There we go, and we're taking the fences home. Actually, I might call it now and go back to camp, because I probably want to have a couple of open inventory slots, maybe just for some random stuff we'll take back. And as you can see, we will definitely be returning to this site. So I wasn't sure about the magnetite, if it would spawn in as much like as hematite, but it seems pretty darn close, so I cannot find the exit. I know it's connected to this tunnel here, but I've dug so much that if I get back to the surface, actually, then I should be able to relocate the proper entrance, so we'll do that. It'll be kind of nice. Maybe I'll mark this spot too, so when we want to return here, we'll have a much straighter shot to the magnetite. But this is amazing, guys. We've gotten an oak seed, and I mean, we already officially entered the Iron Age, but now we're in it. We've got enough to just like hunker down, maybe hunt some rabbits, maybe even kill a T-Rex or an elephant. If we did that, then we could really hunker down, not have to leave. But I don't know if I actually mentioned, of course I mentioned it before, but the reason that oak seed is so important is because now we can eventually start the leather making process. So crucial. Let's put that away, just look around us. I gotta put my dirt on my hotbar. Alright, where are we? There's another resin, God. Sometimes I wish the tree hollows were just as plentiful as those. All right, I think our spot is back over here. Yeah, that was a pretty big walk. Hold on, I wanted to mark this with the tower. Where was the entrance? Uh-oh, hold on. All right, everything is better now. Like I said, we've returned to the original camp, and we're going to get a few things and get out of here. We need to get back to the base. I really got to get to our underground farm. and get that oak tree planted. Oh my gosh, if we get back there and the pine tree that I've planted is ready, that's going to be absolutely amazing. Alright, yeah, I'm glad I left some extra space here, because like I said, I've got a few things I definitely want to take back. Put that away, put that in the off. Actually, I need to put that down. Let's toss these stones out, and we're going to grab this. Actually, let me just make sure it's totally full. Yeah, let's switch out. Just put that fence in there for the arrows. Probably good to have my arrows with me. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so of course that goes on the back. Beautiful. We grab this and put the torches in the offhand. So now I can pick up one more thing. Not those. Hold on, let me get rid of those. And yeah, we'll leave these baskets here. These things are a dime a dozen. Where's the oak seed? Where is it? What did I do? Oh, I think it's in my main basket. That's right. What do we take? Well, hold on. I should probably leave the fences. Yeah, I don't need the fences. I'm also going to leave my ladders. We'll take the seed. We'll take the flax. Let's see. One single flint arrow. Not a big deal. Go ahead and grab that. And I'll leave this bismuth bronze pickaxe here just in case I ever need it. Yeah, I stopped using it just because the iron's a little bit quicker. But, alright, there we're good. Where's the oak seed? It's in the back, right? Now I gotta double check, make sure it's in my basket. Okay, we're good to go. I know I literally just looked at it, but I wanted to double check. Alright, we're good. Time to get back to the surface. It's only 10, almost 11 a.m., so we've got plenty of daylight to make the trip back, but I mean, I am totally full, so I'm not really going to be stopping for any reason. And let's do it. Let's get going. Get the stack of blocks in my hand, get my bearings correct, and we're off. All right, we are on the home stretch here, and it's still extremely dangerous. We know there's a T-Rex in this vicinity, and last we saw him, he was down by the lake, but could have moved on. I seriously hope he has. Either way, I'm just making a beeline for it. And of course, polar bears are still always a threat too, potentially. Poor little raccoon. What are you doing, buddy? Might come back out here and hunt him later, but let's see. I wonder if those elephants are still hanging around. I think I see something. No, just a shadow on the hill. All right, let's move. Front door. We're almost there. Let's go. No, we've done it. We have made it back home safe and sound with so much magnetite. Oh my gosh, let me drop this off in the chest. Look at that. Oh yeah, there's even another stack in my bag. Oh, but most important now, we've got to get underground and get this oak tree planted right away. Oh, you can hear the bubbling of the lava. Yeah, it must be pretty foggy outside because it's extremely dark down here, but the crops are growing. Look at that. Stage 5 of 7. The flax is at 2 of 9. The rye is still stunted due to heat, but this is great. Oh, look. So the rice is now stunted due to cold. That's interesting. So the most extreme of the crops doesn't seem to be doing well. Or the most touchy, I guess I should say. So the rye is getting heat damage, and then the rice is getting cold damage. Things in between are doing good, but we can possibly mitigate the rice taking damage if we do open this up. Let's go ahead and do it. I wanted to maybe replace this dirt with like something a little bit nicer, but honestly it does not matter. Let's see, there should be lava right over here. Pretty sure if I break that one, there's going to be lava. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I just want it to fall right into the trough. Perfect. Exactly like that. And obviously we're not going to be expanding in that direction. You know, as we expand the farm more, I'll go off in this direction over there. And I think I am going to raise the ceiling. You can see I've got, let's go ahead and plant these. Let's get those in the ground right away. I was thinking too, this is more of just an experiment, so I think I'm going to get rid of that for now. We'll probably still replant, you know, I don't know, pine trees. I don't really need to replant pine trees, but we need to figure out how to propagate this oak down here. I think just to give it its best chance, although I don't honestly believe that it matters, I am going to switch this over to the soil. So we're going to plant it on soil. And again, I think it'll still grow on gravel. I mean, I know trees normally will, but just to give it its absolute best possible chance, place that down. Now, oh man, I really don't want to dig above my head here. Maybe I could build like a false level, you know what I'm saying? If I just completely seal off this upper part and then dig up a little bit, I'll, you know, hopefully protect my farm in case I do the worst and break into more lava. Now I gotta figure out how to get up in there, but yeah, this will probably work. So let's see if I can clear it out without burning up. Alright, so I'm taking it row by row essentially here. We're up by the ceiling. That's my little escape hatch. And I've got the dirt on my hotbar, but now I'm going to make another line here like this. I'm not playing around with this lava. Take every precaution. We've already seen twice now what happens when I don't take precautions. And quite honestly, a leak above our heads would be, I think, far worse than one coming out of the side of the wall. So, little by little, I'm going to get this cleared because we've got to give maximum clearance here for the oak tree. That is, of course, the goal. All right, ceiling is good. It's not super high. It's just hard to see it because it's dark, but the oak sapling says it will sprout in 3 days. It's 75 degrees down here. I didn't actually pay attention to see if this lava upped the temperature or not, but, well, regardless, we'll just have to give it time. 3 days, I'm going to be checking it every day, too, making sure that tooltip counts down, and hopefully we'll see this thing sprout not too long. But let's get up to the top now, because we've got some bloomeries to fill. All right, let's close up the trap door. And before we start filling up our current bloomeries, let's check outside. I'm going to grab these bricks here because before we set off, I did make a bunch more fire clay bricks. There we go. So these are ready. We've got a little bit more charcoal there, but don't forget I've also got this stash of black coal too, which obviously that's where I got the fire clay from. All right, so yeah, we've got a nice little stack. I can make a few more of these bloomeries because we're going to be needing them, no doubt about it. And of course, eventually we'll need a lot more fire clay too, just to get into the steel making process, but that's still kind of well ahead of us, although I do have bauxite nearby, very close, in fact, literally under my feet. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is good. All right, I think that's probably enough to fill up the current bloomeries that we have. So let's put these in our hotbar. Also, probably, of course, going to grab some of the charcoal, start loading these up. It's going to get real smoky in here real quick. You know, in fact, I hope one day they do add, like, smoke to the game. In other words, like, you know, in Valheim, if you smoke out your house too much, it can start causing your character literal health damage. You know, you lose HP from the smoke inhalation. That would be fun, requiring you to, you know, construct ventilation, something like that, an actual proper chimney. That could be a really fun, cool game mechanic. I mean, heck, who knows? There might even be a mod for it. That's one of the great things about a game like Vintage Story with the fantastic modding community it has. Sometimes all you got to do is go search the database and you find exactly what you've been dreaming about. But I've got a little bit more work here to do. Obviously, the exciting part is going to be once these are all finished and we get to see the ingots. But We're still unfortunately a long way from a windmill. As you saw, my flax crop is pretty pathetic, so we might get out there and just start murdering goblins in the hopes that they drop more of this flax. But regardless of that challenge, I am still literally super excited about finding that oak seed. If that tree sprouts, we are up and rolling, guys. This playthrough up until this point has kind of been just treading water. I was never really sure if we would ever get an oak seed, but we managed it. So I'm really looking forward to what comes next. I hope you guys are too. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, I will see you guys on the next one.